guys, welcome back. So now we are going to grab the other tonal sample. When I say tonal sample, I'm talking about a sample that has notes in it. Tonal sample, notes, right? So we're gonna grab this synth loop right here. We're gonna click and drag this into Logic. We're gonna drop it where there is no track, and we are going to resize Logic again. Now look, here's the sample we just dragged in. I'm gonna go ahead and do some organizing real quick. I'm gonna hold Control, click right here on this Bollywood sample, go to drums. Actually, I'm gonna go to, let's see, sound effects, and I'm gonna make that a record player. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Click over the icon. I'm gonna go to sound effects and turntable. Okay, now here are our two tonal samples. This one here, the first one, is perfectly on the grid. Now let's look at this one right here. Let's see what happens when we go there. See how this new one, is not locked in perfectly to 13, right here, 13 or 12. This means that chances are this is not in the right tempo. This is not the same tempo as our session. So most times when you're messing with samples like this that you didn't sample, you just found these samples or you bought them, most times in the title, it will tell you the tempo, the BPMs. Look what we got right here. See that? That says 145 E, right? Which means the number means tempo, BPMs, and the letter is the key. Just like right here, key of F, right? So there's two problems we have right now. Number one, this sample needs to be the same tempo as our session, but it also needs to be in the same key as our session. So we're going to learn how to do both of those things. All right. Again, we're going to go over here and we're messing with our new sample. So if we take our mouse, right, and you hover it over the region like this, see this? And you click option, notice what's going to happen to my icon. Look, see how the icon changes? Off, and this is with option. Off, on. So what we want to do is we want to hold option. Okay. And we're going to drag this to measure 13. Let the mouse go first, then option. And now we have this. See, now look, again, if you go to the end of the region, notice it's perfectly on 13. You just did that, right? Hopefully you're following along. We're going to mute our main sample, the Bollywood one. Just mute it. And now we're going to go to measure 1. And let's hit play. Okay. Is there a way for us to hear whether this is locked into the grid? Yes. We didn't just do the right thing to find out whether this is in the right tempo, right? We need to go up here to the metronome or click on the letter K. Let's bring the volume down on the synth a little bit. Let's go to -7.4. And now hit play with the click on. Make sure the click is on. Hit the letter K or tap it right there, and that's going to turn it on. Look. Yep, that is perfectly in time. Perfectly in time. But there are two ways to do that. There are two ways to put a sample in the right timing. So we're going to press Command Z and see that brings us back to where it was. So here's the other way to fix the tempo. Now, if we didn't have the tempo to this, we would need to do the same thing. We would need to set up a BPM counter and find the tempo first. But in this case, we know that the tempo is 145. So if we double click right here on the region, you're going to get this window. Next, you want to go, it's going to be automatically on track. You want to go to File, click on File. Make sure File is highlighted. Then you want to go down here to where it says Functions. You want to click on that. From there, you want to go down to where it says Time and Pitch Machine. The shortcut is Control P. Make sure you get that. We're going to click on that. And that's going to bring up this. Now, we know that the original tempo of this particular sample is not 141. It's 145, right? See? Right there, 145. This is the title, file name. So we need to make our tempo 145. You can either click right here, press 145, and then click away from it, and it'll do it that way. Or you can click on these little arrows, see, and it'll move things around. So the original tempo of this sample is 145. The destination, you guessed correctly, is going to be the tempo of the session. So we're just going to go right here to this little arrow, and we're going to click on this till it says 141. Original tempo 145. Always double check this, please. And then destination right there. Once you do that, we're gonna manually transpose, so don't worry about this. Just hit process and paste. Once you've hit process and paste, you're gonna close this window where it says file right here. Double click on that. That will close it. And now let's go back to the end of the region again. Look, perfectly on 113. See that? So now you know both ways. One way is to press Control, and first of all, you need to make sure that your region is highlighted. Control P will bring up time and pitch. And the other way is to simply go down here, hold Option, and drag the region wherever it needs to go. In this case, boom, we're locked in. We have everything locked in that we need.